There's a few issues with this. Obviously, firstly, you want to get a new aircraft because the older an aircraft gets, the more maintenance it takes. Just like with a car, people say, how long does an aircraft last? Well, as long as you want. But the older it gets, the more you've got to patch it up, the more checks it's got to go through, etc., etc.
It's also less fuel efficient.
Exactly.
It's noisier.
Well, yeah, this is it. We'll get into that. Eh? Right? So, yes, the first thing is it's more fuel efficient. So, whatever, 20% or so more fuel efficient than the older generation ones. So obviously you effectively as an airline can make more money on that. But if you have got an order in for this many aircraft, if you're doing your forward projections financially, not getting these aircraft in is going to cost you more money in the long run. It's also important for Virgin because basically, post-COVID, they've effectively stopped being a traditional international airline. But having the MAX, which has a slightly longer range, does enable Virgin to start to and to expand on kind of limited. They're kind of like the shortest of long-haul routes, but it does stop them really getting back into limited operations or makes it an awful lot harder for them. So the longer it takes these aircraft to arrive, the more problems they're going to have.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Virgin Australia right now, aside from the 4 737 MAX 8s that it now has, it received its fourth MAX 8 VH8ID on the 13th of March. It has 4 MAX 8s. Basically, the rest of its fleet is 737-800s. There's, for VARA, there's a couple of 700s and like a couple of A320s, and, those old Fokker 100s that are still flying out west for, VARA.